Hi, guys. We'll just chit chat for a little while till some people start coming in.
I like about the StreamYard how you can be a little more artistic, I think. So, like, you have our names there, and you can do fun stuff.
Yeah. And I usually leave the yellow for Coupon Gail, and I put it blue, or I do red or yellow for Coupon Gail, or blue or purple for Gail's Southern Living. But I forgot to change the color, but that's okay. It's something different.
There, sorry. Thought I had that muted, and I didn't.
So I did think that was cool that you could that YouTube has a new thing where you can actually gift out memberships. Hello, Melody Maid. Hello, Cindy with Lulu's Treasure Trove. Now, I watched enough videos of Cindy to know that Lulu is her dog. So at first I was like, why are we calling her Cindy? And it says Lulu, but that's because that's her dog's name. Hello, Candy. Hello, Jaden. Hello, Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen. Hello, Tonda Harris. How are you? So anyway, but yes, so if I send emails to anybody asking what is your channel name, or I ask you again who your semifinalist is or whatever, please forgive me. Remember how many emails I'm actually getting, okay? Because there's 70 people in the collaboration. And if they've sent me listen to this, if they've all sent me one link to their video drawing their semifinalist, and they sent me one with their semifinalist name, and then they send me another one with the address, and then if they ask another question, I mean, I've probably gotten 4 emails from each person. So imagine how overwhelming that could be. And so try to be patient with me if I ask you. If you text me or email me, if I ask you your channel name, just be patient with me. Remember, there's 70 other people. Hello, Danny Days Ahead. How are you? So yeah, but I did ask you to come up on September 30th, right? For the big grand prize. Okay. And Danny Days Ahead, if you are interested in coming up for the big drawing on September 30th, you're more than welcome to. I wish I could have gone to that meetup that they just went to. I wanted to be there so bad, but I didn't know about it till the last minute. So I have to kind of plan things. You know, I can't just go, you know. Plus the driving, there's no way I could drive. Certain places, I can't drive in Dallas. I can't drive in Houston.
I don't like driving in big cities at all.
I know I've probably asked people what their channel name is several times. And then I've given my number out several times too. So even when somebody texted me something, I still had to ask them their channel name, because if it's not programmed, then I still don't know who you are. So remember, I've probably given my name to, 8 or 9 or 10 people. So, with some questions, I'm like, it's easier just to talk on the phone. So.
Sometimes it just is.
Yeah, there's a few things like that. Like that StreamYard thing. I think that'll be easier for us to do on the phone. Definitely. So I got my handy little list here. I got my handy little list. Now, let me look at my schedule real quick before I start. And so right now I have scheduled, next week will be Melody Maid. She is a paper crafting channel. October 2nd, I have Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Let's see. On October 9th, I have Micro Farmer. And on October 16th, I have Not for Nothing Homestead. That one's still in the question mark phrase, because I think I sent them the wrong date and then had to send them another one. So I went ahead and put them in there so I wouldn't accidentally schedule anybody else. So that's who all I have coming up. And then I have this really cool game I want to do. So I might just on one of these Sundays not have a guest and just play this game. What it is say if you have 5 people on your panel, and each one of them write about 5 or 10 details about yourself, and then I read them, and then the people in the chat have to guess by number which They have to guess by number which person it's about.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I seen somebody else do it, and I thought it was really cool. And I haven't done it yet, but I think it sounds really, really fun. So, mixed media artist, yes. I will be doing the research on your channel. I research the channel the day of, usually the day of the live. Yeah, so I'll be researching your channel, Melody, so I'll have a better idea of what all that you do on your channel. So how long have you been working on your YouTube channel? Because I know you started it a ways back, but how long have you been actively working on your channel?
So I didn't become like a real, I guess, content creator, you'd say, till I think I started in December.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I looked back and it said 4 years and then it skipped to 9 months. So I'm guessing you had 9 months. So pretty much I know the answer before I asked the question because I already looked.
Yeah. It was because I wanted, at the time that I signed up, you had to have an account to be able to comment on people's pages.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to be active in the community and still like respond and stuff.
Yeah.
But, so that's why I opened it 4 years ago. That's when I actually got into.
Yeah, mine just had my personal name on it at first. Hello, Laura with Hedgehog Homestead. Hello, Luann with Blackberry Rock Homestead. Blackberry Rock Homestead, I sent you a video for the Inquisitive Farmwife on her recipe. So I hope you got that. I sent that to her as a personal text so she could add it. But I haven't gone back to see if she added it into the playlist yet. So I was reminding you in case you didn't look at your. Some people don't look at their phones as much as other people. What was the first YouTube channel you ever remember watching?
The only one that's coming to mind now is Big Family Homestead. I think that's the one that really caught my eye.
Big channel? Is that like a big, is that a big channel? Hello, Beverly?
Big now. Yeah.
Yeah, the Big Now.
And it's not the same. I wouldn't say it's the same content as it used to be. I still have on I still watch them every once in a while, but the kids have gotten older. You know, life has just changed for them.
Hi, Sugar. Yeah, I think we all do that. We kind of get tired of posting the same things, so we change. And plus, the things you do in your life change too, and that's just it's part of living. It's part of growing up.
Yep.
Yep. So tell us some things about your channel for somebody who's in here who doesn't know. And I do have her link pinned at the top of the chat, I believe. So tell us a little bit about your channel. What are the basic things that you do on it?
So I call myself the Inquisitive Farmwife because I like to learn new things and try new things. And I'm just curious about life and what all we can get out of it. And so I live on a farm, so I'm kind of farm-based. And I just keep gathering more animals, it seems. You know, you start out with chickens, and the next thing you know, you've got all the birds. And then you move to goats, and you think, well, I can milk a goat, and you get a milk cow. And so anyway, I kind of have a little hobby homestead, and I started doing content so that I could share with my customers because I do farmers markets.
Yeah.
And they could see what's going on at the farm because they always would ask, you know. And so I started sharing my animals. And then I have people want to know about some of the foods and different things I make. So then I started doing a few food videos, but I got into these collaborations and it's just been fun. So I kind of will join in on what's going on there. But I'd say I'm mostly a homesteading. I haven't shown crafts, but I do crafts. I like crafts. Like right now,
homesteading can be so many different things. Yeah. You know, cooking, gardening, canning, dehydrating, freeze drying. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be even crafts. I mean, homesteaders make a lot of their own stuff, so that makes sense. How long have you had chickens? Hello, Psalms 146.
Say like around 8 years or so.
8 years. I think it's about 3 years for me.
Yeah, 8 to 10.
Yeah. So you've been doing it longer than me. How many chickens do you have?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. That many.
Um,
That's a lot. That's a lot.
At least 30
At least
chickens.
30,
And I
yeah.
have ducks and peacocks and guineas and geese and turkeys and yeah.
And goats. Do you have dogs and cats too?
Lots of dogs. And we can't seem to keep cats around here. And
Are you out a little ways, away from other houses?
Yeah, so my neighbor, it's an unincorporated little town is kind of where I live. And so we have neighbors, but they're, a quarter mile down the road or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My neighbors are closer. We're in a small town, but not really necessarily a country town, but there are some farms and things outside of the city, stuff like that. What is your favorite breed of chicken?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it depends on the purpose. So, like, if I just want a fun little chicken, I love Japanese Bantams. They're very gentle, very kind. They're
Hello, Deanna Grooms.
But
she typed in the question I just asked right after I said it. Isn't that funny? I already had it wrote down, actually.
Yeah. So if it's just a fun chicken, or if I want one to like sit on eggs, would be a Japanese Bantam. But they only give you a couple eggs a year, and so if I want a good egg layer, maybe I like the Americanas.
Yeah, that's my favorite is Americana. Their temperament is really good. They do tend to get bullied for some reason in my group, at least, but I like their temperament. And they're just, when I very first got them, I tried to pick them out to look different because I wanted to be able to tell them apart. And I know you probably think that's silly because you have like 30, but
oh no.
I specifically walked in and picked different colors. I was like, I don't even know what they are. I'm just picking different colors. Yeah. And now I have 3 barred rocks, and I can still tell them apart. One is lighter, one is darker, and one is shorter.
Wow. Okay.
I like the problem I have.
I like any kind of Moran too. So like your black couple Morans.
I think
they lay those really.
I was supposed to have gotten a Moran from Tractor Supply, but they're very common for making mistakes. So we got the first 6, then we got a second 6, and then we had 4 killed by raccoons, and then somebody gave us 2, and then the other 2 were anyway. We're gonna get more. We're getting more this year. We're getting more babies, and it's been a while since we've had babies, so this will be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, the Americana is my favorite. My first layer was my Rhode Island Red.
Leghorns are really good layers. You can count on eggs from them every single day, but they're flighty. They're not pets, really. You can't tame them. I mean, you can tame them down, but the other breeds, I think, are calmer.
Yeah, they used to be a little bit more like pets, and I still watch them a little bit, but in the very beginning, I watched them a lot more. And I paid attention to everything. And I knew exactly who laid which egg. I knew what they looked like.
Me too. In the very beginning, I definitely could.
But I've gotten lax on that. But I do still know the basics of what type of chicken laid that. Because I have 2 Astrolorps. So I know it's either mocha or brownie. And then I have 2. The only 2 I can't tell very well is my 2 Asa Browns. They look a lot the same. One of them has a little more white on her butt, and one of them has a little more red on her butt. So one is Goldie and one is Ruby. Ruby's the one with more red, and Goldie's the one with more white. So I didn't name those 2. So I did not name them for the color of their butt. Somebody else named them. That just happens to work. Ruby and red, Goldie and white. I don't know. But yeah. So I see that you do some canning. What is the first thing you ever do? Do you remember what the first thing was that you ever canned?
Yes. What did we can? I don't think it was peaches. My friend and I got together at her house, and we used her grandma's canner, and we hid behind the bar. She had like a bar with stools and stuff, and we just watched over this bar. I don't know if I remember what we were canning. We did peaches at my
Were you
house. So
kids? Were you children?
No, we were like 30.
Why were you hiding though? Then why were you hiding?
Because we've always been told that they were going to explode. It was a pressure canner.
Oh yeah.
So
oh gosh.
I bet it was maybe green beans or something like that.
I still need to get over my pressure canning fear. So I did apple pie filling, and then I did beans. And I haven't done anything else since. It's just kind of sitting there. So I need to get back in there and do something else. I really, really want to do. Hello, Candace with Looky Looky Loo Crafts. Welcome to the live. I talked Candace's head off the other night. She's such a sweet woman. She caught me in a mood. I was chitter-chatting with her. Sweet, sweet woman. So those are the only two things I've canned, but I need to get over that. Definitely need to get over that for sure.
Yeah, now that I've done it, it's not a big deal at all.
What's your favorite thing to can, or what do you can the most, probably? Beans?
Whatever is provided, whatever the Lord gives. So if I have a friend who has an abundance of tomatoes, I'm canning tomatoes or some sort of product with it. Or, if I go to the grocery and there's a big sale, or I'm at farmer's market, and they've got seconds of something, or my trees produce an abundance of something. Whatever the Lord provides, I can. So.
Oh no, she had something blow up on her, so she never canned again. Mine didn't blow up, but I did insist my husband was with me, and I do have a little bit of trouble getting the top fastened right. So maybe I need to just keep doing it while he's here, because it makes me feel more comfortable until I feel comfortable with it, and maybe I'll be okay with doing it by myself at some point. But at this point, I prefer if he's with me. He was with me. I think the apple pie filling was a what do you call it? Water bath canning, and then the beans were. Do you do your beans raw, not cooked?
Yeah, they just get so soft if you don't.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's how I did it. And it seemed easier too. It was like,
oh yeah.
Why would you do it the hard way when it's easier?
You're not going to have as much food in the end because you'll lose a little space because it kind of condenses down when it cooks, but it's still worth it. You just pack those babies in there tight. Oh, are you asking me or her?
I'm pretty sure they're asking you, because I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
I don't have a freeze dryer.
So you can freeze dry just about anything, and you can store them in jars, mylars. I'm not going to touch the rice. Can you cook beans? Okay, because I thought it said canning, and it's like, that's a rebel canning thing, and I'm not going to go there. Yeah, you just cook them, put them in the freeze dryer, and then store them in glass jars or mylar or whatever. And depending on how long of storage you want, would be how much more stuff you would do. Like I add oxygen absorbers and I can't think. Anyway, the little packets, that keep
the oxygen absorbers?
No, not that one. Now I use those too, but there's another one. Anyway, the ones for oxygen, ones for moisture, like silica.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes, that would be awful. I never had one explode, but I have a chair in my kitchen, and I sit and I'll either watch YouTube or be reading a book or whatever, and every little bit I'm looking, and I just don't leave that canner because If it ever gets to 15, I'm shaking in my boots. I just watch it like a hawk because I'm scared it'll explode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a family friend who actually, in the long run, died from it. She had a big, huge, massive one explode, and she was pressure cooking, not canning, and she got burns bad enough that eventually the burns are what she passed from. But yeah.
Oh wow! So we need to wear a hazmat suit or a fireman suit or something. When
Just don't get sidetracked.
Can you imagine that? Welcome, Digging for Health. So I plan on joining Digging for Health's Pumpkin Palooza. I think that's gonna be really
me too.
I already have one video already ready and scheduled, and then I have another one I'm going to work on. But yeah, I was all excited. I was like, oh, so just something new, something different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this sounds like a cool collab.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun to join the collabs, and it kind of gets you out of your comfort zone and you try something new. And I was researching recipes and trying to find, I still have one I haven't found yet. And if I do end up finding that would be a third. But right now I have two that I was planning on doing.
I think it's fun that she's going to let you do multiples.
Yes. And your name gets put in the drawing every time, which, you know what? Honestly, wait a minute. Yeah, that was her that was doing the drawing, right? I don't even know. I wasn't actually doing it to win.
No, me either. And then when I got to finish watching her video, I noticed that the prizes are actually for the collaborators. And I was like, that's really cool because
that's neat.
If you're to put yourself out there and make the video, then you get to win something fun. So I thought that was neat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And I already made mine. I made one of my videos yesterday, and we actually got to try it. It came out really, really good. So that'll be coming out October 3rd, which is the Monday. The only reason I couldn't post it on October 1st is that's the first day of my soup collab. So obviously on my first day of my soup collab, I have to have
a soup. That would be a lot. Yeah.
So then that'll be on a Sunday, and then I'll probably do at least 3 soups during my collab to put in but I have to look them up because I've already made all the soups I know how to make.
Yours is going to be an open collab also, right?
Open collab, and I am going to be doing a gift card for mine.
Okay.
For the collaborators. The collaborators that enter the collaboration, I'll put all of those on a wheel, like how Garden State Gardener puts everybody on a wheel. I'll put the collaborators all on a wheel, and it'll pick one of them randomly. Yeah. So it won't be based on your recipe or voting or anything like that. It'll just be based on one of you guys randomly will win. So I wasn't going to do that, but then I saw some other channels had been doing that, and I thought, well, yeah, that'll make it a little bit more fun. So,
well, you might get more participants.
The Cozy Fall Soup video is coming out Tuesday. It's just a little 1 or 2 minute video. It's real short. It's just really basic. It's just telling you, post it between October 1st and 31st, and pretty much it's going to be like how Digging for Health did it. If you do it once, I'll put your name on once. If you do it twice, I'll do twice. Basically, at the beginning of your video, you just say, hey, I'm Digging for Health. I'm doing a collaboration hosted by Gail Southern Living called Cozy Fall Soup 22, and that's it. So, and I say 22, I did actually do this last year. So this would be my second year, but I didn't put a year on it the other year, so. Let's see.
I think that helps to put the year on it so
I think it does.
People watch old videos and get, confused.
Yeah. Oh, I can get confused. Yeah. I almost did a collab that was from a year ago because it showed on the homepage.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed when I realized it was from a year ago, and I was asking questions. I was like, oh my goodness.
I would be the one to do that.
Yeah. So do you garden?
So I used to garden a lot. I used to have at least a full acre garden. But once I got the animals, it just got to be too much, and I just couldn't keep up with the gardening and the milking, and then, you know, I do all the cheese making and soap making and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so I haven't gardened in several years.
Yeah. So you did used to. Okay. So, you know, I've been on YouTube for 2 years. So every time I research a channel, hello, Grace and Fire. Every time I research a channel, I have to look at one thing to see if they have something on their videos. So when I was researching your channel, I was trying to find a playlist. It's like, where's the playlist? Where's the playlist?
So I'm working on trying to figure that one out. Because just
how to do it, or the purpose of it.
Do what?
How to do it, or what the purpose of it is.
No, I need to figure out how to do it. And like I was telling you earlier, I think there's just so many things I can do on my computer, but I'm hardly ever sitting long enough at my computer. Like right now, I'm doing this on my iPad, so I could be out here in the store, so I could multitask, and I am making.
Yeah, I noticed you were working on something.
Yeah, I thought, well, you know, as long as you guys don't get offended by it, I need to label a bunch of.
No, some people do that. Some people do. They multitask while they're on an interview because it makes them feel less nervous. Other people just do it because they're just always moving. They're always doing something. Like me, I don't sit down at all during the day. I do at night to watch TV with my husband after dinner. But during the day, I don't sit down. I'm either in the garden, I'm in the house, I'm doing laundry, I'm running errands, I'm at the store. I'm always doing something, you know, I'm planning the next video, or I'm writing out ideas for videos or whatever, or watching people's videos and folding laundry, you know. I might sit down for that. But sometimes I don't even sit down for that. I just stand at the counter and do it.
Yeah.
Let's see. But the good purpose for when you do start to do it, when you do start to make your playlist, the reason for doing your playlist is so people can run your channel. Like say if I wanted to run it, and try to make one playlist that's everything. Then later when you have more time, go in and section it off by canning, freeze drying, you know, whatever other things you do, go and section it off, but do your all first, because when it gets time for people to start wanting to watch wanted to watch your channel to help you with watch hours, that playlist is really helpful. Hello, Sweeney's Creek Farm. How are you?
I just need to figure out how to make one is where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, when you have that conversation about StreamYard, we can add playlists to that as well. Because once you get the hang of it, it's so easy. And I can do it on the phone or the laptop. Pretty much. I can do that one on either.
So when you went to look, I don't have any showing.
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
Because I have, there should be one for the Jammin' Up June. And any of the collaborations I've been in, there should be playlists. So like under my playlist, and then I have one that's set to private. And
it's cool to have some of those playlists with your collaborate. It shows none. It's blank. Okay. See?
All right.
That's what it looks like. But you need to have one with all just your own videos. That way, if I want to run you specifically you, I can do that. You know, say Cozy Fall Soup's going to be in a playlist. I will have a playlist for that, but my all playlist is all ones of my channel, unless I accidentally put one in there, which I do occasionally. It happens.
There was another one I was watching, and they were saying that they got a lot of subscribers or watch hours won by putting a playlist out for something that they had done too, and so I guess I just haven't got it set up right.
Yeah, okay. You may have it set to private, possibly.
I bet
so. You may have it set, because I actually have private playlists. I use them for YouTube ideas.
Oh yeah.
You know, where you find a recipe, you go in, you kind of make it your own, and then you repost it. So I think that's probably pretty common. I also have one for when I'm walking outside of the park. I have one for upbeat music. So when I'm at the park, I have upbeat music to walk to, and occasionally I have to hit skip because it goes on to a commercial. But yeah. Let's see. What is the weirdest thing you've ever freeze dried?
I'm reading this from Sweeney's Creek Farm. Then each video you edit the settings and select that playlist for each video. Okay, so I just need to do that last part then. Okay, the weirdest thing I've ever freeze dried?
Mm-hmm.
Probably at this point, I don't know if you consider it weird. I did cabbage and I wasn't sure what to think about that. And then chicken pot pie. Oh, I know what it would be. This is one that most people probably would not do. Chicken nuggets. That was one. And I had a bunch of
And you can store them in a mason jar afterward because they're completely crunchy, right? With no air.
Yeah. And while they were still warm, they're really good. Like, they're really, really tiny bits and pieces at the bottom of the bag. Make excellent toppers.
By Deanna Grooms. I make teas. I don't have a freeze dryer, but the weirdest thing I ever dehydrated was marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody asked me, they're like, why would you dehydrate marshmallows? Well, let me tell you why. Here's my explanation. Say the world goes crazy and we run out of marshmallows. We got to have some marshmallows for that big old canister of hot chocolate over there. And if you run out of everything, that could be almost like candy, really. But yeah, it's dehydrated. And once you dehydrate marshmallows, they don't stick together. They stay apart. Right. And so you don't have to worry about that. Now, the weirdest thing I ever heard of somebody freeze drying was Skittles. And that's actually what somebody sent somebody else Skittles that were freeze dried. And that's funny. I had that wrote down. I was actually going to say that to you because that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. I don't even remember who it was that did Skittles.
See all that behind me? That's all
freeze drying.
See that bag?
The bags right there. That looks like maybe, is that M&M's?
Freeze dried candies. Oh, chocolate doesn't do as well. So there's like 6 different kinds of Skittles. They're like very popular. They're like known in the freeze dried world. And then Starburst and marshmallows. And
I would like to try that stuff. I bet it would be. I want to try some freeze dried stuff. I'm like one of those that piddle paddles around with something before I ever decide to do it or buy it. I like research, like bunnies. I want to get bunnies, but I'm like, I first really need to know how the bunny tastes. How does a rabbit taste? I don't know.
Yeah.
I had it when I was a kid, but I don't remember. And your tastes aren't the same from when you're a kid as when you're an adult.
Right.
So that's not really going to do me much good. I can't do it from memory. I think it tasted basically kind of like a chicken, but I don't really remember. Gummies are fun. Yeah, I bet gummies would be fun.
Yeah. Never heard.
Let's see.
I wanted milk and eggs and broth. I don't trust them dehydrated.
Yeah. I'm sure there would be a few things that would be, you might not want to do. Were you nervous about doing your first live stream?
A little. I just didn't know. I wasn't sure because I didn't have it like scheduled like we had talked about. I didn't know how to figure out how to do that through YouTube. Now I know you do it through StreamYard, but I didn't know how many people would show up and would I just be talking.
There might be a way to do it from YouTube too. It's just, I'm serious. I probably haven't done a plain YouTube stream in probably a year. So it's been a while now. I am getting a little close on my hours. So I might have to do that. Probably would make more sense to do my Coupon Gail's YouTube because not as many people come up on panel there. Whereas on here, I'm mostly doing interviews on Sundays now. So I need to have a panel. But I think it's going to work out because I'm going to do a live tomorrow and then I'm going to do Tuesday night and then I'll probably be out of watch hours and I won't be able to do the rest of the week until I think it restarts like Friday. So I'll have it back again for next Sunday for my next interview. So if not, I'll have to be emailing whoever it is. I'm sorry. Because I won't be able to have them on panel,
Yeah.
without StreamYard time. And I don't want to do my marathon live without being on StreamYard because I have to have people up because we'll see how long I last. I might only last 2 or 3 hours.
Well, I wasn't sure about my live, like even how far to plan it. And I just see so many people do like 2 hours, and I'm like, am I going to be able to entertain people for 2 hours? And I did.
Well, people start asking you questions, and
I loved it.
if you come up, you get to talking about other things, and you never know where the conversation could go.
No, I loved it. I got to know some people more.
How long does it take to make cheese? I wrote that down.
Depends on what cheese you're making.
Oh,
that's the answer right there. So like if you want to make a Parmigiano Reggiano, it ages for 18 months.
ooh.
Yeah. So, but then if you make like
20 hours.
cheddar.
20 hours on StreamYard. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So like a farmhouse cheddar, you can make it that day, or a simple chev out of goat's milk. It just depends on the cheese.
Yeah. I've seen people do it. I've really only seen it done in videos.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, one of them I watched was actually a man that was doing it, which I wouldn't have pictured to do it. It was like a Portuguese person that lives over in Massachusetts.
Okay.
One of my gardening friends.
Okay. I watched Gavin Weber. That's how I learned a lot from him. And
yeah, he's about
a curd nerd.
I think he's at about 4,000 subscribers now. The one I'm talking about. He's not big, but not big.
He may be the guy that does things a lot like Gavin that I've watched.
Yeah, he does mostly gardening, but occasionally he'll do a cooking video. And and I haven't watched him lately, but I do remember he made a Portuguese cheese because he's Portuguese.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I love watching the old grandmas make stuff too.
Yeah. I'm looking at my questions to see what I haven't asked you yet. What is your favorite? Do you grow flowers in your yard?
So when we moved here, just a little over a decade ago, probably 10, 12 years ago.
Hi, Luann.
I decided I wanted to do edible landscaping. So I don't have a lot of flowers that stay.
Yeah.
I have like hostas that you put in places that you don't necessarily grow like edible flowering plants.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But I don't know. I kind of got that concept that I like edible landscaping. So I need to learn more about flowers. But
what's pretty? What would be pretty for edible landscaping? Red okra.
Oh,
that plant! I can send you some seeds. It was actually Mackenzie Lindstrom channel that sent me seeds, and I collected a bunch of them. So I have some. I need to write that. I need to write that down. But red okra, the plant is so pretty. It's red and it has these yellow flowers. I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, you could put that in your front yard and people wouldn't even know it was okra. It's so pretty. They would think it's just a flower unless they saw the actual okra popping up on it. They wouldn't expect it. But yeah.
People might not even know that's what that was.
No, they probably wouldn't. When I started seeing it, I was like, wow, this is so pretty. I should just grow it. But I'm not a huge okra fan. I did grow some for my husband. He likes it. But my chickens really like it. So anything that you don't get too much of, they'll eat it.
Mine won't touch it.
Yeah.
Mine are a little rotten little things.
Mine will eat kale. What else? Cucumber. Any kind of squash. Yeah. They really, really, what is, oh, my mom used to give me canned peas all the time. And I was like, Mom, I don't like canned peas. I stopped telling her that. Now I just take it and then I open the can and I do this, boop, and then the peas fly everywhere and they go running after them. They like peas.
Everybody. Well,
So now I actually buy peas for them on purpose as just like stocking up, like in the winter when they're out there and they're freezing. I'll start digging in the cabinet and I'll try to feed them something. Sometimes I'll scramble up eggs for them, or maybe cook up some rice or pasta or something, and just something warm to give them because it's so cold out there. I feel bad for them sometimes.
Yes.
Poor chicken babies. Did your cow Molly ever have her baby calf?
She did, and she's almost 2 weeks old now.
So it's a girl.
A heifer, yeah. And then Junebug is due next week. So
we have another one.
Yes.
It's awesome. I looked back to see if you had posted a video on the calf being born. I thought, I wonder if it was born or not. I was like, well, should I ask her?
I missed it by about 5 minutes.
Oh no, it happened 5 minutes after you're short.
She was
I kept watching it just to see, and then I watched it again to make sure I didn't miss it, and I was like, oh, you love Oprah.
You didn't. She was several days late, and I was hosting a bridal shower, and I missed it. But that's okay.
Okay, you did say that you have a lot of animals on your homestead. Which one is your favorite of all your animals?
They're my babies. How do you choose a favorite?
How do you choose a favorite? I know.
Yeah. So what would be my favorite species? Right now probably the cows. They're pretty to maintain. They take a lot of space, but they're very
Hendrickson Family Farm. Did I even say hi to you? I'm so sorry. I was sitting there talking. I did see you come in. I try not to be neglectful on people when they come in, but sometimes you're listening and you don't want to interrupt the person that's talking. Okay. But yeah, the cows, yeah. Well, I have cows, cats, and fish. So that's it. Just a fish in a tank.
What else do you have?
That's pretty much it. Those 3. Cats, chickens, and fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much my whole entire. I just call mine the backyard homestead because we have chickens and we do gardening and we do cooking, and that's kind of what homesteading channels do. Sure. But and maybe I'll get over my fear of canning and go back to doing that again. What's the difference between the flavor of the duck eggs and the chicken eggs? I saw you talking about that. I know they're smaller, but everybody says they taste bigger.
Duck eggs are bigger.
Oh, duck eggs are bigger, not smaller?
No, duck eggs are about 1.5 times the size of a chicken egg.
Oh, wow.
Wish I had some in here.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of quail eggs, and those are tiny.
Yes, quail
tiny. Eggs, yeah. I haven't tried quail eggs or duck eggs before.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're good.
What state are you in?
Kansas.
Kansas, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Northeast Kansas.
I think I've been through Kansas, but not through Kansas, but not to Kansas, I think. Going, traveling.
Sure. Yeah, I'm right up by the Nebraska border. Where I live, I can get to Nebraska, Missouri, and Kansas real easy.
So, what collabs do you plan on joining? Do you have any that you're planning on joining right now?
Yeah, so today I posted my first video for the old-fashioned recipes.
Yep.
I did that finally. And then I am currently in the Last Chance Cook-Off. That's how you and I met.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Timber.
Yep. In our farmhouse.
You, let's see, Pumpkin Palooza. I'm hoping to do that.
Yeah.
And then you've got one that hearty soups or comfort soups or something. What's the name of yours?
Mine is going to be Cozy Fall Soup 22. That's going to be my October collab. And then Ariel and I are doing a collab. I'm going to be co-hosting under Ariel, the Vacuum Venture and Victuals. And it's going to be, and I'm co-hosting under her. She's going to be the headliner here. And it's going to be a lot like the Fall Fest 22, but it's going to be a Christmas one. But instead, it's going to be, this one's going to be worldwide. And instead of being physical prizes, it's going to be mostly digital prizes. Unless, say, you pick someone who, say, if you picked me and I'm in Texas, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, I could send her a physical prize because she's right here in Texas. That's not too far. You know, but if they pick somebody in Germany, you might just say, okay, well, let me just give them an Amazon gift card or whatever. So it's going to be like that. So it's pretty much going to be the same. And it's going to be a little bit shorter because I thought my collab was just a little bit too long. So when we were talking,
there were some last minute people that showed up. But honestly,
yeah, and I think it's all the reminder videos. Everybody, not just me, but other channels. Hello, Our New Land. Other people were posting reminder videos, and that was getting people back into those playlists.
I think so.
So we got another run. Plus, I kept posting videos saying, "Hey guys, be sure you got your bell on." Hello, Rick from Twin Brook Acres. Be sure you have your bell on so you'll know if your name gets picked.
Good idea.
And then I had a round of people when the names started getting drawn. I had a round of people going around commenting on a bunch of my videos because they were afraid they weren't going to get put on the wheel or something. So I thought that was. But no, if the name got sent to me, I put it on the wheel. If the name gets sent to me, I will put it on the wheel. So. And just for FYI, I did not make it a rule people had to subscribe. That's just somebody's thing they're doing. That's if you look at my rules from my original video, that was not in there. So that was not my thing, huh?
I was gonna say, and then the last collaboration that I know I'm gonna do right now is Noodle November.
Noodle November. Who's doing Noodle November?
I think Tony at Kettle Kitchen is hosting it, but I could be wrong. There could be other people.
Is that one open or is it by invitation?
By invitation, as far as I'm aware. Okay. Yeah, theirs usually are.
Yeah, I like doing open because you can get to know new channels that way. Because every year I have new people that join my Cozy Fall Soup collaboration. And every summer, I have people joining my Weird Container Growing collaboration that's in the summer. So basically, you would say I do at least 2 collabs a year. You know, I do the Weird Container Growing in summer, and then I do the Cozy Fall Soup sometime in the fall. And then if we're going to add Fall Fest 22 to it, so I'm going to technically be doing 2 in the fall. So you never know. Maybe next year I'll move the soup to December or something. Or do some kind of Christmas collab. Maybe. Not this year because I already have something going on.
Yeah, I like doing both. I don't mind participating in both.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if somebody invites me, I join. Last Chance Cook-Off, I was really excited to get invited to join that. I was like, oh, you invited me? Who thought of me? No, not me. But they did, and I did my very best. I could on it. I always make boo-boos. I'm not perfect. I just can't aspire to perfection. I can't do that. I would never get the video out if I aspired only to perfection because I'm just so flawed. I'm going to say something wrong. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to drop something. I'm going to forget to attach the bowl on my mixer. Yeah. At least some of the mistakes in. I think I'm keeping it real. I can definitely say I'm keeping it real because
people like that.
I can only edit the beginning and the end of the video. I can't edit the middle. I do a lot of videos in pieces, and then I can, like if I see myself make a mistake, I can stop the video, restart it, and then I can edit it because it's at the end of that piece. But I cannot edit middle. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. See, now that surprises me because here I am, the one who can't do technology, and I figured that one out.
I'm not even sure I would want. I think I would make a hot mess of it. I mean, as it is,
you might lose stuff, you know.
yes, that's what I'm saying. What if I don't know what I've missed there? On the beginning, I have to edit myself coming into the video because I'm by myself. There's nobody to turn the camera on for me. So I have to edit the beginning because I'm walking in.
Yeah.
And then I have to edit myself walking out. And then if I do another piece, I got to edit the in and the out. And then if I accidentally say have a blessed day but meant to put something else, I have to edit that and go back in and put a piece saying that. So, yeah. But, or if I see, you know, when you get a channel that's monetized, you have to start thinking about, is your video going to be your 8 to 10 minutes that you need to have your ads in there real good? So I have to think about that. What are you doing with the scrapbook paper?
I am labeling. Oh, where are we at? Labeling my soaps. So I just put a little scrap piece on the soaps.
Oh, to make it pretty. Yeah. I could send you something for that. I have one of those die cutting machines. So if you had some specific thing that you wanted, I have those little die cuts, and I could send you like flowers or little Christmas symbols or whatever that you could put on them. I could send you some of those if you want.
You are so sweet.
You could use. I mean, would you use Christmas or would you use more like flowers and stuff?
Probably not Christmas, no.
More like general.
Yeah, I tend to keep it general so I can just use it.
What's your favorite color, or do you have a store color? Hello, Nora, the Stock Explorer.
I don't have my curtains up yet. Isn't that terrible? I don't know. I love like periwinkle and stuff, but I used to wrap my soaps with just
what family group is periwinkle in? Is that like blue?
It's like a purpley blue.
Purpley blue. Okay.
Like a light. Close to lavender.
Lavender, okay.
Yeah.
It
used to always be my favorite color. I don't know. I like about anything now. I just try to do something to make them look a little more professional. They used to, like I said, I used to just wrap a string around it and have a little tag on there. And I don't know, I just found this and thought I'd do this with it. That's what I started doing. Yeah,
that it looks good. I understand. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hello, Woman Outdoors. How are you?
I have a Cricut machine or a Silhouette, and I
have a Cricut. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do the Silhouette.
I need to go to school to learn how to use the Cricut. Somebody gave me a Cricut, which is probably worth $400 or $500 or more, and I don't know how to use it.
Well, I think you'd love it once you did, because I used to work at a little store, and
I want to try to make my own stickers or cards or something. That would be neat.
See, that's what I tried doing with the Silhouette. I wanted to make new labels for my jams and jellies. And I wanted something that could be like shaped and then would wrap around it, and it would all be one, kind of like these soaps. It's all one piece. It has the front, it has my information on the back, and then the ingredients on the side. And I wanted something like that for my jams and jellies. I can't figure it out. It's driving me. So
there should be professional classes to learn that, because I would totally take that class for sure.
I'm sure there are out there, because in that little
I want to take a how to work Cricut class. I also want to take a wild edibles class, how to identify the edible wild edibles. Every time I put out a video to say, what is this ? People are always trying to tell me to go to the Google Lens. I'm like, that costs money. You guys know this information. I don't have to pay for it. I'm cheap. Didn't you know I was cheap? I'm Coupon Gail. I'm cheap, man. I'm poor. I have no job. So anyway, so I do. I want to learn. I want to learn how to identify wild edibles because I just did a video on what is this plant, and they told me after a while that it's yellow dog, which is a medicinal plant. So that's why I asked, and it was confirmed by about 5 or 6 channels. And I also looked at a picture on YouTube, and I didn't even know it was supposed to put out a flower because I get mad every time I see it, and I keep pulling. I'm like, if it's that persistent, let me see what this plant is. Maybe it's something I actually want to keep. So I decided that I wanted to keep the plant. They have classes on web for the cricket. Oh, they do, Candace?
Yeah.
Oh, on the web.
Too.
On the web. No, I need somebody right behind me going, no, I need what Angela, I need somebody right behind me going, no, not that. Do this. I need somebody, pop me on the back of the head and say, no, Gail, not that. Do this. I don't know if I could do it on the web.
I wonder if your library does anything like that. Our library offers sorts of classes.
Oh, it's kind of a small town, but I could ask if they have any classes. I do like taking classes. I do. I like learning stuff. Even if I am in the old range, I still like learning stuff. They gotta have something that I would want to learn. Oh, even a cooking class. There's probably tons of stuff you could learn in a basic cooking class that you didn't even know how to make. Like Noodle November, is that making handmade pasta?
I'm not 100% sure.
Or is it just you put some noodles in it?
The rules haven't come out yet.
Oh, okay. I think Hendricks and Family Farm mentioned that, and I want to say it was making real homemade pasta, but I'm not sure though. I think you did mention that when you came up once.
I remember that it was just a noodle recipe, but I don't know. He hasn't sent out the rules or anything for it yet, so
yeah,
I really can't say for sure because it's not in writing what we're doing. I just said, "Yep, I'm in."
Oh, Digging for Health, you don't have to put me as tentative. I'm for sure in. I already got one video ready. I'm in for at least 2 videos. I already purchased cranberries for 1 and 2 cans of pumpkin because I don't have any. I didn't get any homegrown pumpkin this year, but she was probably talking to somebody else, though, when she said that. But I think Blackberry Rock Homestead might potentially be doing the Pumpkin Palooza as well. Never know. Maybe Chuck will do Pumpkin Palooza. Digging. Pumpkin Palooza. Pumpkin Palooza is a collaboration put out by Digging for Health where you do a pumpkin recipe. It could be canned pumpkin. It could be a home pumpkin, or what would be the third option? I guess canned maybe. But anyway, any kind of pumpkin you have, and you just make it into a recipe. Sweet, healthy, not healthy, whatever you want. One of mine is going to be healthy. The other one is probably not going to be healthy. I'm going to do one of each. One that's naughty and one that's nice.
There you go.
And I've already had one of my pumpkin recipes, and I think it came out really good. I think you guys are going to like it.
I love anything pumpkin.
Yeah. My husband and my stepdaughter really liked it. So now I just got to work on my next one. I'll probably do my next one next week because I have the ingredients and everything. That'll be a nice snack for us to snack on during the week. So I'm going to do some kind of muffins, and that'd be something we could eat over the week. And my husband could take as lunch and stuff.
I thought about doing like a cranberry pumpkin muffin, but I'm like, oh, everybody will probably do that. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. Maybe a pumpkin cinnamon rolls in forever with like a cream cheese frosting. I think that might sound good.
I thought about pumpkin cheesecake. Possibly as my second.
I love cheesecake.
I did. I thought about that. I haven't found the one I like yet. I thought about taking the one that's my mom's cheesecake and just incorporating the pumpkin into it. But I was like, well, what if I don't get all the ratios of everything right? Hello, Rebecca, Touched by Iron. How are you? Thank you, Rebecca, for watching the ads, if you can hear me. Hello, the Organized Pineapple. And I need to add your channel to my feature channels because I have a new thing where I started, as I'm doing my get to know them with Gail, I started adding them to the top of my feature channels. So
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I better.
I'm going to add, so I'm going to add yours. And I'm going to keep doing that. And then, of course, as I get more, they'll start kind of being back here and you won't be able to see them, but they'll still be there. But anyway, that's just a new thing that I started doing. I said, well, I'm going to do that. I remember a lot of farms used to do that. They'd have a section like that. And I thought that was a really good idea.
That is neat.
And I just got around to it. I did probably several months of not doing these interviews for a while. And then I decided, I think I'm going to start doing them again. And pineapple was my first one back. And then, of course, Sugar in the Attic was my second. And you're my third one for being back on.
So does this help you with your watch hours then, even though it's not through YouTube?
Well, I mean, even after you get monetized, because my channel is monetized, even after you get monetized, you still have to maintain your watch hours to a degree.
You have to have the 4,000 a year or whatever. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you do. But I think the Fall Fest 22 pretty much took care of that because August was my highest grossed month of all YouTube because of Fall Fest 22 giveaway. Yeah. So, and I do have that big Fall Fest 22 giveaway. I do have that big,
that'll be
live coming out. And I've asked, I need to write down all the channels that I've asked and formally maybe email them. But I want everybody on the panel to be people that are in the collab. Mm-hmm. So I think I've asked you. I've asked Danny Days Homestead. I asked Bare Bones Living. And I think I asked Luann, but I don't know if she's answered yet. But I can have up to 5. I might ask my sister-in-law, Niecy. So anyway, but yeah, I want to have people up on the panel with me. I think that makes it more fun.
Yeah. Speaking of your collab, 2 things I want to say real quick. One, my giveaway, I don't know if you knew it or not, is actually freeze-dried stuff. And so we were talking about freeze-dried,
Yeah.
And then also, I know there's a few yet. I've been trying to keep up with everyone. There's not a playlist or anything for that, is there? For the
collabs?
Ways?
For what?
Well, see, I think there was a playlist because of the hashtag so that people could go easily see who all was in it. But there probably won't be one for those who are giving away the prize.
Semi-finalist?
Right.
I have a playlist for the semi-finalist.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go back, though, if they draw a name and that person doesn't get a hold of them, I think it would be better if they delete or hide that video for a little while because we're going to get to the point of having double videos for people. Now, I'm hoping I got very lucky and both of mine got a hold of me. And my husband's did too. And I've received quite a few emails. So if you did comment on any of the Fall Fest 22 giveaway videos, I have a playlist. You can go and look to see if you're a semi-finalist. Most of the videos are short. Some of them are lives. We did not specify if it had to be a live or not a live. We didn't specify that. So there are some that are lives.
I got to think about later that maybe I shouldn't have done a live, but I wasn't feeling fun, so I didn't feel terrible.
Maybe no. We didn't. I say we like there's a mouse in my pocket, but no, I didn't. I never said. Now, I do know that when Ariel and I go do the Christmas is Coming collab that's coming up, I want to make sure that everybody remembers not to do their entry video as a premiere. Because people are commenting in the premiere and they're commenting on the video. And those people on the premiere aren't getting credit for the comment, only the people on the video. So I need to remember not to say, or to say that the entry video needs to be not a premiere, because you need that one set of specific comments. On the semifinalist video, I don't think it doesn't matter if it's a premiere, because you know the names are, you're just seeing who the name is that's being drawn. So
yeah. And in hindsight, I probably, if I was in a collab like this again, I probably wouldn't do it as a live. I think I just took advantage of the situation. I had never done a live, and I thought, well, people show up, you know.
See, and I did both my semifinalist ones as videos, because I knew I was doing the big drawing as a live. So I thought, well, instead of doing all those lives, I'll just do the big drawing as a live, because that's the one that has more of a potential to have people. And I'm going to try to do something fun on the live to make it fun for even the people who aren't semifinalists. But hopefully, I mean, everybody will know by then if they are a semifinalist.
So I think last I counted, there was like maybe 10 that hadn't put their video out yet, but that was early this morning when I was.
Yeah, I probably have more that I need to enter. They have up until Monday to do theirs. And of course, they can still do it after. I mean, I'm not, I just need it done by the 30th, which is why I wanted to get it done. But by Monday, if they don't have their video out, then I'm probably going to start. I'm going to try. I got my tablet here with all my names. I'm going to go through and check off who's sent me their name already, which I've already started doing that. That way I know who to email specifically. On Tuesday, that'll be my job, is to go in and see who has not posted their semifinalists yet. Now, some people might have posted their video, but they don't have an answer yet, because you still have to have their name, address, and email. And if there's a channel name, we need their channel name. If there's a personal name, we need their personal name.
I'm trying my best.
And everybody that's emailing me, they're not all putting their channel name in there. So it's very confusing.
I couldn't host a collab. I told Tony.
Very confusing. Matter of fact, when I talk to Ariel again, I'm going to say, we need to make the #1 rule. Every single email needs to include your channel name in the regard section, because it's coming off a name that is not their channel name or even their personal name. If I even knew their personal name, you think out of 70 people, I know everybody's personal first name? No, not all. I know yours, Angela. I know Glinda is Grace and Fire. I know, and I know some of them, but I'm not going to say I know all of them. Living for Jesus, I do not know their first name. The little Krista, well, I guess her first name is Krista, so I guess I know that one. But I mean, there's some I don't. But yeah, people aren't thinking about that. Each person is sending me 1 to 4 emails a piece. So I'm not just seeing yours. I'm seeing everybody's. And then I'm like, did I respond to this one? Did I not respond to it? I'm sorry if I didn't respond to yours. I don't know. And then I ask you again, what is your channel name? Because it's not there. I'm looking everywhere. And it says something that's totally not in your channel name at all. And I know what all the channel names are. So yeah, it gets so confusing. Good night, Candace. Huh?
I wouldn't have even thought of that, because I always just say, hey, this is Angela, a.k.a. the Inquisitive Farmwife. Like, I always do that when I correspond with people.
Not everybody is like that.
I'll make a phone call, too, and I do that because people will leave me their number at farmer's market and say, hey, I want to get on your milk list or something like that. And I always say that so they know it's not a telemarketer or something.
Yeah, I love that. And I didn't think of that, but maybe I know it sounds very OCD, but you don't know how confusing it can be. And so I think when I talk to Ariel, I'm going to say, okay, this is one thing I did learn. Everybody needs to put in their regard, R in their regard, their channel name, The Inquisitive Farmwife, Gail Southern Living, Looky Luke Crafts, Grace and Fire, because it don't say your name. And I may not know Bell South is our Georgia suburban homestead. How am I going to put Bell South with Georgia homestead? What?
Well, and it probably gets it confusing because there's people like you.
Because that's not even a name.
And then it's like, I remember getting confused with you at first because I'm like, Sandy's Crafts. I'm like, is your name Gail or is it Sandy?
Sandra
and then you explained to me that it's technically both of your name, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I can see it all getting very, very confusing.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it really confuses Candace. She doesn't know what to call me. I said, well, just call me whichever one. I'll answer to either. Call me what you will. Call me Sandy Gail if you want. Bye, Rick. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I probably need to get off here so I can save my little watch hours for my little. I'm having a Coupon Gail marathon to try to get some watch hours. I'm sitting on 2,090 watch hours right now, a little over half.
Good for you. I haven't even reached my 2,000, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a goal that I wanted to achieve until it was dangled in front of me, and now I'm like, that might be cool to reach that goal.
Yeah. So. Well, step one, playlist.
Yes,
that way your friend Gail over here, she wants to run your playlist and she can't. But I did try to click on some today. I clicked on some individual videos, but I have 3 devices. I have an old PC in my dining room. There's somebody on it right now. Who's on there? Somebody in Tuber Chat I exchanged playlists with today for Coupon Gail. That's a good source to go in and exchange playlist in Tuber Chat. That's a really good source if you're working on your watch hours. Then I have my laptop. When I'm not on it, I have that going. And then my phone, I only use that for running playlists when I'm sleeping. So sorry I didn't watch your whole video, but I did let it run. So at least there's that. What were we going to say?
Thank you. I lost you. You were cutting out for a little bit.
Oh, was I cutting in and out? Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. Write that down. It's a Connect and Grow channel. It's a grow channel. But the people in Tuber Chat, like right here, the Stock Explorer, I met her. I would have never met the Stock Explorer because our genres are different. But she does stock tips and stuff. And she does gardening. She has a little gardening channel too.
So Tuber Chat.
Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. And you go into Tuber Chat and you say hi to people. And while you're in there, you can swap playlist. You can say, I'm willing to swap playlist. Somebody else will say it, and then you guys connect. You could connect. You could kind of say it on there, or you can kind of refer them to your Instagram or your Facebook or some other social media. I use Instagram for that. And you can go in there and you say if I'm in there and I see your name, the Inquisitive Farmwife, I'll say, hello, Inquisitive Farmwife. Then I'll type another email or another thing in the chat and I'll say, hey, I'm in your house. When somebody says I'm in your house, don't get creeped out. They're not a stalker. That means they're on your channel. And then if they come back and say, I've been to your house and I left you a package on your front porch, or I threw some yarn in your window or some seeds or whatever they say, some cupcakes. I don't know. They get inventive, but that means they've been there and they turned the bell on and they left a comment and everything like that. And you just keep doing that and you find friends. And while I'm in there, while I'm in the chat, yeah. And those people have stuck around. As a matter of fact, remember I told you earlier, I got a free membership because I was in a live. Well, that was Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More was his birthday. Tuber Chat bought him a group of memberships, And everybody that clicked on that got a membership to his channel. Which is cool. I'm like, well, it won't hurt me to click on it. And then I get this really cool shout out from him now from my coupon channel because I was in there as coupon. And so I clicked on it and I went in there and said happy birthday. I didn't know I was going to get a free membership out of it. But I didn't know that feature existed. Somebody can come to your live and purchase a group of memberships, and everybody in the chat can click allow and go in there and click the button, and it'll put them as a membership for 1 month. Then it'll come up, they can up it or not, but they get 1 month worth of membership for free, which comes with whatever benefits. Yeah, you did. The Stock Explorer, he might still be live if you want to go check it out. Well, I don't know if you'd be able to find the message though, but I wonder if, say he only had 10 or 15 people, I wonder if next time he was live, it would show up again so people could keep clicking on it. There might be still a way to get to that, Nora, possibly. But I thought that was really cool. He went and clicked. But Tuber Chat, connect and grow. And in the description box of that live, it tells you how to say things. You can't use subscribe. You're not supposed to use the word new or friend or anything really completely obvious. But you just make a comment about their video without, sometimes I'll use TC, which is stand for Tuber Chat. I'll use that, but that's about the closest I get. Oh, it doesn't automatically renew? Huh. No, it doesn't automatically renew. Yeah, I'll just get the membership for 1 month. But, you never know. I might go back and do another month for him. You never know. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm only memberships with one channel. But he's a nice kid. I say kid because he's 20. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. But thank you for coming up. Thank you for coming up today. I enjoy getting to know you better, and I hope you'll come in and join the soup collab and maybe even come in and join the Christmas collab. I'll have videos coming out on all that stuff. Okay, so be looking for that, and check out Tuber Chat. It's really, really helpful.
I will. Yeah. And
don't forget your playlist.
I'm going to get on that. I'm going to finish.
There's your homework assignment.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I'm on it.
All right. I'll be looking for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming up. Bye, Angela.
Bye.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I'm doing a soup collab called Cozy Fall Soup 22. I'm going to be giving away a gift card to one of the YouTube collaborators that join the collab and make a video. I'm going to draw a name from all the people that join, not based on how good the soup is, just a random on the wheel kind of thing. And I didn't realize she was still sitting in the basement. Okay, there she is. Okay, I got it. So yeah, Cozy Fall Soup 22. And I'm going to, my video is going to come out about that on Tuesday. It's just going to be a little short 1 or 2 minute video. I already have it scheduled. That's coming out on Tuesday. So if you are interested, you will just post a video between the 1st and the 31st of October. And you'll come back to that video for the collaboration and just tell me, hey, I posted a video on that video, so I'll know. And I'll just keep checking on that video so I can add everybody to a playlist. So if you're interested, that'd be awesome. All right, guys, thank you for coming in. I am doing a Coupon Gail marathon Tuesday night starting at 10 p.m. So if you happen to be a night owl, please stop by and check it out. I have a few. Awesome, Glenda. That would be great. I have a few channels that are going to come by and hang out with me on that night to try to help me get some watch hours because I'm about halfway on my watch hours right now. I'm at 2,090 watch hours as of this morning. So we'll see. And I'm exchanging playlists with somebody right now. So hopefully I'll get a few more from that. You guys have a great day. Bye, everybody.